Fix errors, waste, and issues in a couple of clicks. Get alerted whenever you're off track. Sign up at trueclicks.com.
Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises to manage clients and projects with max efficiency, sharing Wix's SEO tech to help you drive growth.
Hello, Brighton. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Okay, let's jump to the presentation. I'm a Poland-based SEO expert with more than 12 years of experience, and I work both in Senuto. Senuto is an application which can help, among other things, to help you use AI in your SEO strategy, and I also innovation manager in WordPress. You can meet WordPress right there. If you don't have to take photos or notes during the presentation, you can scan the code. I put there all the materials and the presentation, so you can copy my frameworks, copy my moves from the presentation. I have the same slide at the end, so. Okay, my first speech about AI was in 2018 in Sopot. It's a beautiful seaside city in Poland. And I remember that I was talking about word-to-vector. It is an algorithm that Google released in 2013. And at that point, I was able to connect only words by the meaning. And that's what I have. That's what I have. And they don't have anything better until 2019, while BERT was released. And right now we see how far we come from that since then. So during my presentation, I will show what a long way we finish. I have to say that this will be a bit of technical presentation. I hope that you have some energy left. So I would like to ask you about a little bit more focus, but don't worry. I put the materials on the Notion side, so it will guide you through the processes. And why this presentation technical? Because I believe that nowadays the best SEO experts are those who are the mindset of engineers. And you don't have to be engineer to have a mindset of engineer. So if you put an effort to understand the concepts and follow the steps that I will present, you will be ahead of few steps ahead of others. Okay, discussion about AI in our industry is often focused on using ChatGPT for SEO, and I believe that is a great tool that simplifies many tasks and make life easier. But in terms of AI, it's not everything. Like there is a different bunch of strategies, different bunch of tools, frameworks that we can use and utilize in SEO strategy, and I will introduce you to some of them. And I promise to show 5 different ways to utilize AI in SEO strategy, and this is the first one. We can use AI to topic modeling. So when you start working on a website, you have to understand how this website is built. You have to understand the information architecture, you have to organize it, you have to develop it. So as we know, since Google is a semantic search engine from, as I remember, from 2030 when Colibri was released, and the year before when the knowledge graph was introduced, Google starts not only matching keywords to documents by lexical techniques, but also Google starting to understand the context and the meaning of the words. So that's how semantic search engine works. And that's why I think in the era of semantic search engines, we have to use semantics methods to follow what Google needs. And I think that you are all familiar with generative AI models like GPT-4. It is a type of generative language models, but there is also another types of language models, which is, for example, embeddings model that we can utilize in our SEO strategies. So it's a little bit complicated concept, but think of it as a thing that we can take documents and the language and transform the language to the math. So if we transfer words to numbers, we can do a math operation on it. So this is basically that. So this is an example. I have a sentence, brightonSEO is the best conference maybe in the world, and I transform it to the vectors. So now I have numbers. And this particular language model, which is text embedding tree large from OpenAI, have 3,000 different dimensions, which means that this sentence have 3,000 different contexts and meanings in this model. So I not only have numbers from the sentence, I also have 3,000 different meanings for that sentence, and I can use it for topic modeling. So if I can embed one sentence, I can also embed the whole website, and I did it. So I take the content from website, I crawl the WordPress blog, and pull out all the content from all the URLs, and then I use tool called Nomic. Nomic is a company which provides embeddings models and tools to visualize the topic maps, but you can basically do it in the different ways, using different techniques, different frameworks. It doesn't matter, but I choose Nomic for that presentation because it's easy to use and it's no code basically. But you can also do the same thing, for example, in Senuto. So what we need to do, we need to convert the whole website to embeddings, and thanks to that, we will convert all the language from the website to the numbers, and then we can do the math. So that's the Python code that was used to create the topical map. It's the whole Python code, 8 lines of code, and you can see what we can get from it. And it used Nomic API, and it's taking the content from CSV file, and it's embed all the articles. And I know that some of the people are afraid of code, even of watching of code, but you can use no code option. You just go to the Nomic, log into the dashboard, and you can upload the CSV file directly over there. So this is what we got from the crawled content from the WordPress website. So as you can see, all the nodes represent the articles that was crawled. And what Nomic also do, they basically try to understand the topics behind the content. So you only not have the topic map, but also it is categorized from 8 lines of Python code. Also, as I said, you turn language to numbers, so you can measure the distance between the vectors. So this is the distance between 2 different articles from the WordPress websites, and I can count by number how long the distance is. And it is semantic distance, not lexical distance, is also very important here. So if I have embedded the whole of WordPress website, I can treat WordPress website as a semantic search engine. So I can either ask for specific keywords. I asked about Senuto, and this kind of method try to look for articles that are semantically connected with Senuto somehow. Like this is not lexical search, so those articles are connected in somehow, some context, some not directly exactly. I can do the same using API of Nomic. So I asked about SEO vibes, and I asked about the nearest articles that are connected to SEO vibes. SEO vibes is an event that is organized by WordPress. It will take place in the middle of May, so you are welcome to come to the Poland. And coming back to the example, we have a question about SEO vibes, and as you can see, I can easily pull out articles that are really connected to that keyword, not only lexical, but also semantically. I asked about myself, like Damian Salkowski, and I have different articles that are connected to me. For example, SEO Content Camp. This was a conference also organized by WordPress, and I was one of the speakers. Wait a second. So what you can do with it, you can iterate the process for each of your keywords that you want to target it, and check whether you have an existing content or you need a new one. But also, there is math, so you can count the distance. So I can take the same queries, for example, SEO vibes, and measure the vector distance between those articles and those query, which is very helpful in terms of the decision whether you need to create a new content or the existing one is well enough. So this is the vector distance between those articles and this particular query. And how to use it? So you can optimize your website architecture. You can also fill the information gap, because you don't need to embedding your websites. You you can take all the competitors' website and do the same. So you will create a topical map of your competitors. And you can also run a competitor analysis this way. I will show you how exactly in a minute. The second way to utilize AI in your sales strategy is link building. So let's say you are working on outreach campaign, which is something that most of you are very familiar with. And you have a list of websites from a service provider such as WordPress. So provider provide you a list of websites that you can put your links on, and you need to choose what URLs you want to put your links on. So what you need to do next? You have to collect the URLs from the website listed. You have to scrape the content somehow. I believe most of you know how to do that. And index the content as an embeddings, the same way as I showed you in the first idea. And let's say that the list contain Ahrefs, SEMrush, and most website, and you have to choose the best URLs from those domains to place your links. So I do the same topical map of Ahrefs, most, and SEMrush, and here we can, the colors represent the websites, and here we have an embedding map of their content. We can easily see what kind of topics they are focused on, and also do the math on that data. You can access the map by this link. You will find the link on the material. This is an interactive map, so you can access and try to understand how it works. And let's find some suitable placements for your links now. So you can either search by target keywords. For example, I want to create links on those websites for a keyword link building. So those are the articles that are somehow connected with link building. Not only, this is not, Nomic doesn't look for a keyword link building of those articles. It is semantically searching. So those articles doesn't have to be strictly connected with link building. They are connected somehow. I can do the same by API. So I asked about link building, and as you can see, I have pulled out all the URLs from those domains that are somehow connected with that concept. You can also search by URL. So what you need to do, you have to choose your URL which you want to target. You don't need the keywords. So I choose one of the articles from WordPress. This is the ultimate guide to competitor backlink analysis for SEO success. And I turn the website content to embeddings. So this is the representation, vector representation of that content. And I have turned the article to embeddings. And right now I don't have to use the keyword to look for the best matching URLs, but I can use the content from the website that was transformed to embeddings to look for the best URLs on Ahrefs, Moz, and SEMrush to target that URL. So this is the 20 nearest articles to the article that I have provided, but I can do more. So as you can see, those examples are pretty good connected. So the article is about competitor backlink analysis, and those articles are also somehow connected with it. And of course, you can iterate the process for each URL, or you can even employ a graph, which I will also show you to broaden your list of placement opportunities. By the way, you can ask WordPress about the websites of the list that you can target for. WordPress is in above 26. Next and third way to utilize AI in your SEO strategy is to turn your website into the knowledge graph. Just because Google is one large knowledge graph from 2012, they start telling them about themselves like things, not strings. They start to understand concept, which is entities, and attributes of the entities. And that's how search engine is built right now. So what we gonna need here, it could be scary, but don't be afraid. It's a simple tools when we spend some time to understand it. So what we need, we will use Llama Index. It's a RAG framework, which is very easy Python package to create LLM apps driving by data. We will use graph database, which is Neo4j, and replicate. This is the API for open source models. So if you don't want to use cloud for store your open source model, you can use API from replicate. And we also will use Llama 3 model, which is the newest language model from Meta, which is very promising, almost the same quality as GPT-4, but you can choose wherever. You can use OpenAI models. That doesn't matter. It's a matter of cost. And the first step to creating knowledge graph from your website is to extracting facts from your URLs. So let's say we want to extract facts from that particular URL, the ultimate beginner's guide to link building. And we ask Llama model to extract facts from that specific URL. And those are the examples. So we have a fact that SEO stands for search engine optimization, which is true. And we have a full list of 22 facts that this website contains. And I can do the same for all the URLs. And then I take the facts and trying to ask Llama for extracting entities, attributes, and relationships between those facts. So those are the examples of the entities. So I have entity like SEO, which is type of concept, and we have also attributes, also an on-page SEO, which type of SEO component, and last but not least, the relationships. So Llama can also provide you relationships between those entities. So from that particular part of knowledge, I know that on-page SEO is a component of SEO. Also, anchor text is created with hyperlink. So that's how the connection in graph database is made. So this is the graph representation of WordPress website, including all the connections. So I can explore the connections between different entities. For example, the entity that WordPress buy 100%